Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the G.I. Joe 30th Anniversary Sky Striker. And man, have I been waiting for this. Every G.I. Joe fan has been waiting to get another one of these for a long time. So nice to finally find these guys. They actually showed up in the back room at Target, and I grabbed mine and put the rest on the shelf, so I'm not a scalper. You can't accuse me of that. Of course, over here you've got Captain Ace. And I'm really loving how they did this packaging. You don't see the actual plane, you just see the Captain Ace in his little bubble. Over here it says pivoting air sweep wings. Down here you've actually got a few of the other vehicles that are going to be released in the 30th anniversary line, which are the repainted Vamp, the Black Dragon VTOL, and the Cobra Crimson Hiss Tank. And also down here you've got Captain Ace's file card, which is right there. So onto the back of the box here. I really love it. They got it actually on the flag, which is nice. I doubt we'll ever see that re-released, but it would be cool. Up here it says, for speed, precision, and sheer aggression, nothing beats the Sky Striker XP-21F combat jet. This fighter aircraft has variable sweep wings that adjust for high-speed flights and tight maneuvers. This long-range strike fighter thunders into the sky for another combat mission. Over here it says, wings pivot forward and back, retractable landing gear, figure fits into cockpit, and removable missiles. Of course, down here you've got the 30th anniversary logo. So, really awesome to finally find this guy. Let's open him up. And before we go into the Sky Striker, we'll be having a look at Captain Ace, who's an awesome looking figure. I'm really surprised they actually gave him a base. Of course, he also comes with a handgun, which is over here in his ankle holster. If I can get it out. There it is. Just all around, they did a really good job on this figure. Of course, his helmet has a lot of nice detail on it. Of course, his head does a full 360 up and down. Arms go out, do a full 360. Bend and spin at the elbow. Spins at the wrist. He goes left and right at his abdomen, although the up and down is kind of hindered by all his bulky gear. Legs go forward, back, out, are double jointed at the knee, and have an ankle joint. So, I was really impressed by the fact that all this, he has all this massive gear on, and yet he retains a lot of his normal articulation. Also that he got a weapon, which is, you never know if you're going to when you buy a G.I. Joe vehicle driver of any type. Let's get this back in his holster. And we'll get him back on his base. Kind of hard finding these foot pegs. Yeah, of course, I doubt anyone's gonna be posing Captain Ace without his base unless you buy multiples, which they've actually given you a good reason to, because the sticker sheets, much like how the Hiss Tank had a lot of variations you could do, also has a few variations as far as the stickers you can put on that signify what pilot it is. There's Snake Eyes and a couple others. So always nice to see that. I don't know how many I'll buy of these, but you never know. Let's get him back on his peg here. And yeah, just like I said, there's a lot of really nice detail on this guy. So, that being said, let's go on to the Sky Striker. And here we have the Sky Striker out of packaging after full sticker application. And it did take a while. I had to switch areas because this plane is just so very massive. And it is awesome looking. Get a quick look at that underbelly. You can see all the way the missiles attach. Very nice. Now, its pivoting wing feature, there's this dial up here that you press forward and the wings slide back. It also controls the landing gears. A very smooth action, very easy, which is nice. All these missiles are just clip-ons, slide on and off, so no big deal there. The detail on this is really, really nice. You can see Captain Ace in his cockpit there, which cockpit wants to snap off for some reason. Let's get that connected back in there. So you can see him down there, the control panel. Oh, very nice. Snap that back closed. Yeah, it comes with the stickers for if you want Duke, Flint, Shipwreck, or of course, Ace to be the pilot, or Snake Eyes. So, really nice they gave us that much customization straight out of packaging. Now, I found mine at Target, like I said, only paid $35 for it. which is actually a really good price, I think, in my own personal opinion, because it's such a massive plane. It's going to look great in your collection. Speaking of massive, let's bring in the Rise of Cobra Night Raven, which is over here. And push that back a little bit. And you can just see how the Sky Striker dwarfs the previously released Night Raven. Now, if it was the original Night Raven, it'd be a whole nother story, but unfortunately, no, that's the Rise of Cobra one. It would have been nice if they could have released a previous Cobra plane, like, for example, the original Night Raven, or even re-released the Rattler, which Target did a few years ago in the 25th anniversary line. But either way, the Sky Striker is definitely an awesome plane. Any G.I. Joe fan is going to need it in their collection. $35, I think it's worth it. I can see how some people will be a little put off by the price. But then again, that Megatron one is going to cost you at least $100. Well, the Starscream Megatron Cobra Commander one. But either way, this is JTrain997. I highly recommend the Sky Striker, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.